All right, everyone. Welcome to the Hall Podcast. I'm your host today, Ryan, and with me we have Andrew Mercier. Undisputed best hair in politics.
Oh. Among other things, I have hair and I'm in politics, so that puts me, I think, in the upper tier.
Perfect. So for our guests, what exactly do you do in politics, Andrew?
Yeah, so I'm the member of the Legislative Assembly for Langley, so I'm the NDP MLA for my home community in Langley City, and I'm the Minister of State for Workforce Development. So David Eby has asked me to oversee the apprenticeship system and international credentialing. So, you know, we've had a long history in this province of deregulation by right-wing governments in trades training. With the BC Liberals in 2003, Kevin Falcon and his buddies blew up ITAC. They laid off all of the apprenticeship advisors in the province, replaced them with a call-in center, and they completely deregulated trades training. So we're going in the other direction. We've set up Skilled Trades BC. We've been hiring apprenticeship advisors. We're working with our union partners, like here at UAPIC.
Yep.
Because we know you do it right, and we're working on restoring compulsory trades. So just 2 weeks ago, December 1st, we started with the first round of compulsory trades in enforcement, and I think particularly relevant for folks in the UA. And I know it's not Local 170, but HVAC, refrigeration, air conditioning mechanics. We've got gas fitting. And pipe fitting, and right now we're exploring the next round of compulsory trades, and we've got some mechanical trades and piping trades that we're looking at for that.
Yeah, we're definitely going down the right road there with compulsory trades. What do you see, for lack of a better term, like enforcement, or once these trades are kind of rolled out as compulsory, what's kind of the next phase of that?
Yeah, so I'd say a few things. So enforcement is key and it's critical, and we've made sure that Skilled Trades BC has the compliance and enforcement powers it needs to make sure that we're able to that everyone is on an equal playing field. Because what we don't want is good employers and good contractors, like UA signatory contractors, being undercut by unscrupulous bad actors who don't follow the rules. And the employer community has told us that, right? That they want it enforced across the board. So there's a range of enforcement powers that we've put into legislation, and we've hired up a compliance team at Skilled Trades BC. And so we had to build that team from nothing. Yep. Because it had been completely gutted previously. And the next step, right, is making sure that we invest in trades training. Yep. Making sure that we invest not just in trades training seats, but in entities like Skill Plan, which the building trades unions are a part of, that helps apprentices with mentorship and a whole range of things. Investing in the BC Centre for Women in the Trades, for instance, and promoting the trades amongst women, and then looking at the next round of trades. Yep. And that's we've asked industry and labor for applications for trades that ought to be compulsory and aren't. And we should have some announcements on that around the spring, summer.
Nice. It's obviously it's beneficial to the union and to our signatory contractors, but this is beneficial to industry. This isn't a closed shop, open shop issue.
This is an industry-wide issue. We are in a generational problem right now in terms of skills training, where in the next 10 years we have 83,000 job vacancies projected in the skilled trades. 60 to 70% of those are due to retirements. Red Seal endorsements, trade qualifiers fell off a cliff when compulsory trades were deregulated. Yep. So they dropped by about 900 per year. That is massive. That is the generation of journey people that we've now lost, that we need to train the next generation of apprentices. Yep. And so, industry has told us that, I've had some members of industry say, some major employers say, you haven't done enough compulsory trades. You ought to do more, because what we found is we did a series of engagement around restoring compulsory trades, and we're calling it skilled trade certification because we're focusing on the skills. Yep. And we did a survey, and we had parents tell us that they were 75% more likely to encourage their kids to go into the trades if a red seal was a requirement of practice in that trade. So it makes it more attractive to parents to say, hey, this is a good career option for you. When you look at our current apprenticeship numbers, for 2022, we have 40,920 apprentices in this province. That is a record-breaking number. It's up 8% over the previous year. It is up 3 times that in the skilled trade certification trades. So the trades that are compulsory, registration with new registrants has spiked. And that shows you that if you make it a requirement, it is desirable and people will go into it. And industry sees that. And industry needs skilled, qualified journey people. They don't need someone that knows how to do one thing. They need someone that can come onto a job and has the skills of a journey person, like someone that's been through a 4-year apprenticeship at UAPIC.
So for anyone that's watching or listening, what the compulsory trades means is there's going to be no more helper. So say let's look at pipe fitter. So anyone working in that trade is either red seal journey person or an indentured apprentice. So there's no more helper. And so you just talk about the parents encouraging their kids. That used to be the way. You'd see someone that I worked in, I worked as an electrician. I worked whatever trade for 3-4 years without being indentured. They have no hours towards their apprenticeship.
And you don't get the wages, you don't get the recognition, you don't have the career opportunities. And if there you're the first that's laid off because you don't have those things. And so what it's about is it's restoring a professionalism to the trades and to trades training. And look, these are incredibly complicated trades that require a high degree of practical and technical knowledge. And I don't think we can be cavalier about that. And we should be respecting the credential behind that. So part of the policy is there is going to be, and there is now in the initial set of trades, of which refrigeration and air conditioning mechanic, pipe fitting, and gas fitters are among. There is a policy now that there can only be 2 apprentices per journey person. So there's a ratio there. So you can't have an employer go out and hire 10 apprentices and just rename helpers and go register them. They have to be true apprentices. And there's a break there. If you're a 4th-year apprentice, you're exempt from the ratio because you're pretty competent to work on your own by that time. But what we want to do here is we want to restore pride and prestige to the trades. I mean, and that's necessary, and I think that's something that's good, and virtually everyone I've talked to is on board with that.
The other thing it does is it instills a bit of confidence in, the end user, homeowner, whoever, you hire an electrician in, you're going
to have proper electrical work that's done.
Absolutely. You're going to have a red seal ticketed person or, an indentured apprentice. It's not going to be a skilled laborer or somebody coming in. You want to know that the
person doing the brakes on your car has the training and the integrity behind that training to do your brakes or to do your kids' brakes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's we look forward to the new list. So what the next round? What's kind of 10 trade blocks? What does that look like?
Well, so right now we asked industry for applications, and we've gotten a pretty big share of interest from different quarters in industry. We receive those and we're evaluating them. So we're looking at the labor market impacts if we make those trades compulsory. What trades training capacity would we need to add trades training seats and facilities? And I know the UA and industry has been very vocal about certain trades like plumbing, and those are all being examined now, and we'll come to determinations once we've gotten through the process by about the spring.
Yep, nice. It's the right thing to do, and we've been watching the process pretty closely as it's been rolled out.
And if you're a young person right now, or you've got young people in your life, you couldn't do something better than get a trade. Because as much as we talk about it as being an industry and employers talk about it as being a skilled trades crisis, and it really is in a lot of ways, if you are young, there is so much opportunity right now. Everyone wants to hire you. Wages are high. And you're not going to go out of work. You will be in demand because we're going to be in a supply-driven labor market for the foreseeable future in the trades, and that is just a demographic reality.
Yeah, never been a better time. It's
exactly.
We see the numbers around here steadily growing. For any young person listening, and you're wondering what you're going to do with your time next time you're thinking of hitting,
Come into UA Pick.
yeah, stop on by and we'll give you a tour. And it's not just our trade. Of course, we'd love to have everyone come in through our doors. But if some people maybe don't want to be pipe fitters, don't want to be plumbers, whatever trade you're interested in, seek out the knowledge. It's out there, and there's everywhere you look, there's an opportunity. So it's definitely
and go and look for mentors that work in the field, right? Like go and speak to the journey persons and if you don't know journey persons, come into the hall and ask to talk to somebody. I've never met a prouder group of people than tradespeople. Yeah. So they'll talk your ear off.
Yeah, that's why we got a podcast.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I know you're on a bit of a time crunch, so I'd like to say thanks. If you got any closing remarks, let them fly.
Yeah. Well, I just say that we're in a world of opportunity right now, and there was a lot of damage done to trades training over the course of a 16-year government here in British Columbia, and we're righting those wrongs, and we're changing the way business is done in a way that is good for business, it's good for people, it's good for labor. And I think, the proof is in the pudding. You see that in the level of acceptance that these reforms have. And I think that compulsory trades is here to stay.
Right on. And I hope you're right. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Thanks so much for having me.
Right on.